Hey, 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 ho, 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 it's holiday beer time, here we go! Hey, hey, everyone, ho, ho, ho! Coming up on day 21 of our 24-day journey through the German imported beer advent calendar. I wonder what we're going to get today. God, I hope it's not another Helles. Although, not going to lie, been growing more and more fond of them. Yesterday we had our Great Love Helles beer, and that was pretty fantastic, actually. I mean, it kicked the hell out of the rest of the Helleses, and maybe that's a sign that my Helles taste is turning around. Maybe we'll get another one today, maybe we won't. I'm honestly hoping at this point, with only 4 beers left to pull out of the calendar, I'm really hoping to get some more wheat beers, some kind of wheat beer thing going on. I don't know. Another Weizenbach might be nice. It just feels like we're in Helles purgatory. You thought I was going to say hell, huh? That's funny. You're funny. It's not funny. That's a type of beer. But yeah, everybody, thanks again for joining me here in the Salt of the Street studio for another fantastic journey through another crazy foreign beer that I'm super jazzed to get into. Again, a huge thanks to you guys for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, all the things. Tell your friends, share it around the world. Everybody needs to be watching these videos. Maybe not everybody, but you do. So you should watch. Again, tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. After a strong showing yesterday from yesterday's Helles beer, our stack is a little precarious right now. I'm still not quite convinced that anybody's going to break in on that top shelf, considering the contenders we have going on there, from our Royal Weizenbach to our lovely friend the Zwickel, and of course the Black Goat. I'm really not feeling so good about these newcomers' chances here. I mean, it's going to be a tough game getting into it at this point in time. I mean, with only 4 entries left. I mean, essentially, some of the stack is relatively secured. I mean, when you really do the math on it, I think our friend Zwickel can't go anywhere. Anything from the Zwickel up is pretty much going to be top shelf at the very least. And then same deal on the bottom. I mean, everything from the 1548, that crazy lager that we had. I mean, everything from there up, all the way up to yesterday's beer is safe to be on that shelf, even if every single beer from today on is better than the other ones. Who will be able to make it up to the shelf? Who will be confined to the dregs table? I don't know what we're going to call it. People got upset for calling it a clutch table yesterday, because clutch is a good thing. It's a clutch table. It's a clutch for me. Works out in the corner, but we're going to call it the table of disappointment. But yeah, anything can happen. We got 4 days left. We got 4 more beers left. Nobody is technically safe from their current position. So, without any further ado, let's get into Holiday Beer Time! Review. All right, everybody, that's it for that. Let's go ahead and just crack this thing open and find out what's on tap today, shall we?
Oh, yeah.
I know. It's another Helles beer. This one coming from Wittmann Brewery. This is the Urhell. So it's the Unser original Urhell. So it's another Helles beer. We got it. It's gonna be good, I'm sure. 4.9%. Like I said earlier in the show, these things have really been growing on me, and I've actually really grown to actually appreciate them for what they are, to be perfectly honest. All joking aside, it's a pretty solid, lager, considering they got to follow that German purity law, so they can't really do anything much to kind of church it up. It's just hops, barley, water, and yeast, and that's about it. So, I mean, if you can come up with all these slight variations and varieties in a single type of beers, my ho-ho man, hat off to all you Germans out there for just putting in the work and creating some quality product for us here. All right, so we have glass. We have beer. Ooh, that sounded pretty. Let's drink this thing and find out what's popping. Another Helles beer in the grand 24-day journey. Should we steal a sniff out of the can? Hey, surprise, surprise. Smells like a Helles beer. Let's do it. That's called high quality sound effects right there. It's a high budget production. Oh my gosh. Oh. We didn't do that. We didn't do that. It's fine. It's totally fine. There's no accidents on camera. There. That's pretty. Look at that foam. It's a beautiful little head on there. Nice looking beer. Nice looking beer. Lots of sudsies going on there. The carbonation is still popping. It's pretty light. It's pretty light. I'm not gonna lie. Once it gets more volume up top, it starts to get a little bit more gold. Is that? Oh, that's. Oh, here we go. Okay, we might actually be in for a treat here. I got some stuff floating around in there, so we're gonna have some little yeasty goodness left over. Some of the proteins left from the malts. That's gonna be, to steal a line from that guy with the spiky hair, a one-way ticket to Flavortown. As the voice cracks. On the nose, it's really nothing special. Just that typical kind of Helles, relatively sweet maltiness we're getting on the top. Yeah, nothing too crazy. And after, what are we, like 10 of these now? Let's see how she stacks up. See, even compared to yesterday's beer, I'm not getting the great love that I got from my great love yesterday. But still, man, like, I'm kind of disappointed that, like, my, 7, 8 local breweries within 25 minutes from my house, I'm kind of disappointed that, like, you can't go to one of those beers and get something as easy drinking, as smooth, as cool, calm, and refreshing as, like, your standard Helles beer. I don't, like, I kind of wish we had these everywhere. It's just a good old standby. It'd be great in the summertime. I mean, hell, it's 30 degrees outside, and it's pretty great now, to be honest. I don't want to look at the stack yet. I'm just trying to enjoy what is hopefully our last Helles beer. God, we got 3 beers after this. I hope there's no more. I want some more excitement in my life. But it's quality. I mean, it's nothing extraordinary. I was hoping for a little bit more flavor, considering we had those kind of proteins floating around in there. But it's pretty unextraordinary. I mean, it's good in its own right, obviously. Like I said, I'm not a Helles hater. Not a Helles hater. Indeed, I'm probably more of a Helles fan today than I was 21 days ago. So, put that in your beer keg and brew it. Oh! Yeah. I know. I deserve that one. Oh. But no, I mean, I like it. It's good. It's good stuff. I see all the proteins, and I feel like I should be getting more from this. So that's gonna hurt it in the stack, I think. Generally just a nice, smooth, refreshing Helles beer. Once again, nothing extraordinary about it. If anything, the malt is slightly less impressive than yesterday's for sure. I think our old boy Earl's probably got this thing beat too. I don't know where we're going to be at on the stack. It's got some tough competition even on that bottom shelf. I'd hate to throw this Wittmann down to the, what did we call it earlier? The table of disappointment. Yeah, that place. I'd hate to throw it there, unless, of course, it deserved it. And, I mean, the 21-day beer, I sure hope doesn't deserve it. Some of those boys are, that's a rough town down there. But we'll see. We'll see. Again, nothing fantastic. I do feel refreshed, I should say. You know, for a 4.9% beer, that's probably pretty normal. I mean, it's not going to pack that punch that you're used to drinking if you're used to tearing into like IPAs or, stouts or, I mean, stouts a totally different world. We'll save that one for the next show. Not tomorrow's show, the next beer show down next year. Got plenty of stouts coming in that lineup. Some good stuff too. You'll be excited. But for today, let's go ahead and take a visit over to our stack, and we'll see where the old Wittmann Urhell stands up, if it does. And unfortunately, not top shelf, not bottom shelf, nowhere to be found. We gotta go to the dregs. Well, she's top of the line in the dregs table, but that's unfortunate. Didn't breed out any of these bad Larrys, and of course didn't even come close to touching the top shelf. Well, not such a fine showing for the lovely Wittmann beer. But it's a Helles, man, and when there's just when the field is just flooded with Helles beers, I mean it's hard to compete, especially when you're comparing those Helles beers to things like Weizenbach's and our friend the Zwickel. Not to mention Heusener Trunk. That thing that just reminded me of my favorite Oktoberfest, so that's probably a little unfair. But hey, this thing didn't even come close, to be perfectly honest. And I'm not going to lie. There's only been one beer in this entire endeavor that I actually didn't like. All the beers have been good so far. I mean, we're 21 days in. All the Helles beers, it's just taken me, I think, a long time to kind of warm up to the world of the Helles. Sad because my name is Offenbacher, hella German. But, it is what it is. I'm used to drinking a totally different type of beer and diving into this new world of German purity law. Things get a lot more subtle, and a lot of respect for all these brewers. I can't imagine in like the Pacific Northwest where microbrews are so. I mean, it's like a way of life around here. I can't imagine having to compete in that world if you only had to rely on just hops, just barley, just water, and just yeast. I mean, you can't add any orange peel. You can't add coffee. You can't add, I don't know. There's a million different things, and we will get into those things in the upcoming 2022 beer show, which is yet to be named. So if you got names, throw them at me. But yeah, I feel bad for all these Helles beers because there's so many of them, and they're so outclassed by the Rausch beer the other day. I mean, I found a spot for it. It's sitting at spot number 5, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's so flavorful. There's so much going on. It's so complex. There's so much nuance. I mean, it's just everything. And so you throw these Helles beers up against those, and they just don't stand a chance. But I mean, if you'll excuse me for reaching off screen for a minute, they're not this. This one was rough. This was the only beer out of this whole thing. The old plain Jane Helles. I think this is one of the originals. I feel like it was a first weeker. Like that beer I did not enjoy. But all the other beers I've enjoyed. So, there's some for that. I mean, it's just, at the end of the day, I only have so much shelf space, so Wittmann's got to go with the dregs. Like I said, still drinking it, still enjoying it. And I hope you enjoyed it today and tomorrow and the next couple days after that. This has been great. I'm loving this thing. I'm actually kind of sad that it's coming to a close. But I'm also very excited because in 2022, I think I don't know the exact release date of the first episode, but we got some more beer review stuff coming on. Like I said, it's an unnamed show, so if you got some title ideas, throw them at me. But that's going to take the whole beer review show to a whole nother level. So I hope you stick around to enjoy that. And it's going to be found right here at the Salt of the Streets channel, along with the rest of our Salt of the Streets content. Again, another wonderful salty short. This one is a little bit more friendly for all you people out there. We talk with our buddy Larry again about kind of some of the craziness going on in the world today, and then we start to describe our dream town that we're going to build by ourselves, 600 acres in Wyoming. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure to check out today's Salty Shorts right here on the same channel. And if you're not interested in that, then I'll see you tomorrow. And in the meantime, cheers.
Welcome to the salt of the streets, coming at you every week with this food for thought. Hope you ready to eat everything.